Why seawater changes color, scientific facts, and interesting details. When you get from the Black Sea through the Bosphorus and the Dardanelles to the Aegean Sea, each time you are surprised by the unusual color of this water, reminiscent of school purple ink. Why is this unusual? We often say, the sea is blue or blue wave. Why is that? Why is the water blue or cyan? Scientists explain this as the same reason why the sky is blue. Sunlight enters the water and is scattered. Short wavelengths of light, which correspond to the blue part of the spectrum, are scattered better than long ones, which is why water appears blue. If the ocean were perfectly clean and calm, and the lighting was the same everywhere, then the color of the water would be the same. But this does not happen in nature. After the flight, the world's second cosmonaut German Titov enthusiastically described the rich palette of colors of different parts of the world's oceans. The color of the Indian Ocean, for example, seemed to him dark indigo blue. The Caribbean Sea, light green. Some seas even got their names because of the color of the water. For example, the Red Sea is named so because of microscopic algae Trichodesmium erythraeum, which gives the water a reddish tint. The Yellow Sea got its name because of the large amount of lowest particles brought by rivers, and the White Sea is so named because of the ice. Causes of sea color change. The color of water in the sea is not constant and changes depending on the illumination, the angle of incidence of the rays, cloudiness, and waves. The human eye receives mainly the rays of the sun reflected from the surface of the water. The color of the water also depends on the amount of tiny suspended particles, phytoplankton, dissolved substances, and the degree of disturbance. Therefore, the color of the sea in the evening is different from its color at noon. In the North Sea, where there is a lot of suspended matter and plankton, the water is gray-green, and in the Provencal Basin of the Mediterranean Sea, where there is little suspended matter and phytoplankton, the water is light blue. The military has long noticed these differences and began to use them for their own purposes. In the North Atlantic, ships and submarines are painted in gray-green tones for camouflage, in the Mediterranean in blue, in the Red Sea in black, in the North in dark green. Scientific explanations for watercolor. Scientists have found that each sea has its own color, which is determined by the light flux emerging from the water column and by how the sea absorbs light and how it scatters it. About 80% of the solar energy that hits the ocean is absorbed in the top 10 meters of water. The deeper you go, the less light penetrates the water. In clear waters, light penetrates several hundred meters. Blue-green light is most accessible to our eyes, and a person can see it even at a depth of up to 800 meters, and instruments record light at a depth of up to 1,000 meters. The transparency of water varies in different seas. In some it is only a few meters, for example, in the Azov and White Seas, and in others it is very large. The clearest waters are found in arid tropical areas where trade winds blow constantly. The clearest waters are found in the Sargasso Sea, where the white disk is visible at a depth of up to 66 meters, while in the Baltic Sea the water is less transparent, only 13 meters. The waters of the trade wind zones contain few solid particles and phytoplankton, so they are the most transparent. This area is often referred to as the ocean blue belt due to its good visibility underwater, making it an ideal location for divers who can see small objects on the bottom from up to 30 meters away. An aquanaut, while underwater, sees objects closer and enlarged due to differences in the refractive indices of light in the water and in the air in the mask. In underwater cameras, the glass of photo boxes is made curved to minimize distortion of the object. Oceans and seas are in different climatic conditions. Some are in temperate humid areas, where there is a lot of rain and few sunny days. Others are in hot, arid zones with constant sunlight. These factors, along with depth, currents, and the amount of phytoplankton, also give the original color of the waters of the seas and oceans.